My apologies.
Okay.
Welcome to the Dougherty Show. Man, caught me off guard, guys. Welcome. I'm with my fellow what do you call it? I don't know. It's my motherfucking friend, dude. That is brother Dan. He's over there in Crown
Dan
Point.
here. How we
How,
doing, Derek?
oh, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Excellent. I'm doing great. Sipping on some coffee.
I bet
Trying
you're
to get a lot again.
high off that Tom Brady win.
Dude, I can't get off that high with that Tom Brady run, to be quite honest. I was quite impressed with it. 3 road victories against 3 top 10 defenses and some of the 2 best offenses in the game. And the Packers have been historically good in the red zone on top of that. So, I don't know. I mean, they have a good shot in the Super Bowl.
I mean, I think they do if Tom Brady doesn't turn the ball over like he did against the Packers. Like, even me, I was surprised that the Packers didn't win that game because Tom Brady turned the ball over 3 times.
On
Um,
consecutive drives.
and they still didn't do what they needed to do to get it done. They had a couple 3-and-outs, and that was it. They didn't turn any of those turnovers into points. And that's kind of what separated the Packers from the Buccaneers because the Buccaneers converted their turnovers into points.
Aaron Rodgers was great in that game, but he wasn't MVP great, if that makes sense. He
I
didn't
think
do what he needed to do in key situations to win that game.
he wasn't clutch at all. I mean, he definitely that when he was definitely on the goal line, when he threw to Devontae Adams, and I think it was intercepted instead or something. He definitely could have ran the ball in. Like he was only like a yard away, not even. Like he would have got it. Like touchdown there, do it. You're good, you know. But he didn't do it. He forced it to Devontae Adams.
With that 2-point conversion, they didn't need to go for it, just go for the extra point.
Yep. And then I don't know. There's a lot of beef going on right now. People talking about Aaron Rodgers because he said that he didn't agree with the call at the end of the game where they decided to kick a field goal instead of going for the touchdown with Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Well, yeah, when you have one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the game, and he's arguably outplayed every quarterback this year, even Patrick Mahomes this year. I mean, that's 4 down territory when you have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, literally. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. No knock to Tom Brady. He proved himself this weekend. And yes, I'm saying it, guys. Derek fucking Dougherty saying that Tom Brady is the GOAT. And it's taken me this long to say it just because I didn't believe it. I was always in denial. But, I had to see him separate from Bill Belichick first just to see who was better of the two. Yeah, he's got a stacked offense, but he also had to learn with a whole new offense on a whole new team. Still went to the Super Bowl on a whole new team, just like Peyton Manning did. Whether he wins it or not, he still got past Peyton Manning, or not Peyton Manning. He still got past Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees in the playoffs. And I thought that was pretty impressive. So,
Yeah, I mean, not only that, like some of the best offenses in each one of those defenses bolstered top 10 units. I'm not surprised he threw 3 interceptions. That Packers defensive secondary was top 5 in pass defense. Now, mind you, the tipped ball with Mike Evans, he should have caught that. Tom Brady tried to throw one ball away. He couldn't get enough oomph out of it to throw it out of bounds. So, yeah, I mean, they were interceptions, but those two could have went either way. I know one of the interceptions was his fault, but hey, no risk it, no biscuit, right? As Bruce Arians said. And so, take shots and go for those touchdowns. And they believe in their defense, and their defense has been thug nasty in the playoffs.
it's been those defensive ends, man, just fucking going ham. And I feel that Tom Brady is kind of looking out still. He threw 3 interceptions and he bounced back from those or not 3 interceptions, 2 interceptions, but he bounced back from those. And Aaron Rodgers didn't, and that's the reason why he's not going to the Super Bowl. It was
Yeah.
those turnovers. Those turnovers for sure are the reason why that they didn't win. Um, and then how do you feel about the Bills and Chiefs game?
Uh, Bills shouldn't have been in the AFC Championship game. They're a couple years removed from being a Super Bowl contender. I still think their defense was suspect besides White. They still don't have a running game besides Josh Allen. I mean, they just don't have enough firepower to go with against the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs' defense is that good. I just don't think the Buffalo Bills' offense is that great, if that makes sense.
Well, they were one of the hottest teams coming into the playoffs, man. They were one of the top offensive units in the game. And they were talking about Josh Allen could be MVP, but Patrick Mahomes got to shut that down. He was like, MVP? Pfft, let me show you how it's done, son.
Tyreek Hill, one of the best players, if not the best player in the NFL, and Travis Kelsey. He's not a tight end to me. He's a receiver. I don't care what anybody says. He moves like a receiver, but does shit like a tight end.
You think he's better than Tony Gonzalez?
He's in a league of his own right now.
He sure is, man. That dude's balling out right now.
And I liked Gronk. I liked Tony Gonzalez. I liked Antonio Gates. He just it's hard to separate because certain different time frames. I mean, each one of them are just different. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I feel about it. The tight end position is really special when you have a really good one. So I can't really say who's the best or who's second or who's third. Because let's be honest, when you have a really good tight end, they can do everything. That's awesome. It makes you off so much better.
It creates a lot of mismatches for the other teams.
Like I like what they're doing with Rob Gronkowski. They're not asking him to do too much with the Buccaneers. They're just using him primarily as a blocker, and he's a stud blocker still. One of the best blocking tight ends in the league. He doesn't need to be Rob Gronkowski fucking going route to route, scoring touchdowns anymore. Just use him in red zone situations. That's when he'll excel. They keep him healthy and fresh. So I like what the Buccaneers are doing. But yeah, Travis Kelsey, number one tight end in the league.
Do you think he's going to go in the top, like in the first round next year for fantasy?
Well,
pushing it?
No, you're not pushing it at all because I probably would have won. I took second in one of my leagues. The other two, I probably would have had I would have went farther in the playoffs if I had a legit tight end. Because the tight end position I was hurting on all year round. I just keep on picking tight ends. They wouldn't do anything. You need a solid tight end. They're a dime and a dozen. If you have a tight end that can score 20, 30 points a game, take it.
Yeah, I know. Darren Waller and Travis Kelce were pretty much the only two tight ends this year.
I wouldn't be so sure to say that. Tonyan. I picked him up.
He was kind of, I mean, he had some good games, but then there's some games he just completely flopped, man. There was a lot of them.
Playoff time, he's giving me at least over 10 points a game. And considering the last couple of tight ends I had in the regular season, they give me 1 or 2 points, if no points at all. I'll take that 10 points. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know he did that. That's good. So, speaking of fantasy, who is your best? Like, I want to know what your best waiver wire pickup was of 2020.
You really want to know?
Yeah, who is the best one that you picked up?
That's tough. It was at different points in the season. Oh, and my best pickup was Justin Herbert.
Okay, I could fuck with that. Justin Herbert had a really solid season, pushing for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he's really turned the Chargers organization around a little bit.
I traded Aaron Rodgers away. I got Jonathan Taylor, which was a good trade, by the way. I mean, near the end of the season when I made the playoffs.
When did you trade for him? Like what week?
I think it was after the Buccaneers game I traded Aaron Rodgers. It was somewhere between the Buccaneers game and maybe before or after that. Whenever game, I forgot which game it was. I just didn't think he was gonna keep on playing at the high level that he did. And this guy was offering nickel and dimes. He offered me Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor, and I forgot the other player, but it was a stud. I think I just authored Aaron Rodgers, but I know he gave me Jonathan Taylor. I can't remember the other person he gave me, but it was a stud. But I chose that other guy over Devontae Adams. I probably would have won the whole league instead of took 5th place. But if I would have done
He
things
offered
different.
you Devontae Adams and Jonathan Taylor for Aaron Rodgers, and you said no?
Yeah. Well, he was on a hamstring injury at this time, Devontae Adams. The hamstring injury.
It's like week 4?
Yeah, he didn't play for a couple weeks. I'm like, I can't afford that. Then I ended up getting Derrick Henry in that same league, and I traded Derrick Henry. I'm like, Derrick Henry can't keep on playing at the level he's at.
You're crazy, man.
I made a
Oh,
lot of mistakes. I honestly could have won that whole league because I had everything in my ballpark to win because I had like the sickest team at wide receiver. I had Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Lockett. It was tough. It was tough. But my best pick, but it was a two quarterback league. So I had Tom Brady and Justin Herbert. Now, mind you, if I would have traded Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and Herbert, or if I would have traded Aaron Rodgers and got Devontae Adams with Stephon Diggs,
this is what happens when you're a three-time champ. You get big ass trophies like this, bro.
where did you get that from?
I ordered it online. This is for my league. I got another one for my
Did you get
Muff
it for
Divers
free?
league. You said what?
Get it for free?
No, I paid for it.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's gonna be the official trophy for my league going forward now. Got a little dude. It's got a little laptop right up here, and then it says fantasy football. NFL logo type thing. Little
that's
couch.
dope.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes in that league though. But my best waiver pickup was Stephon, not Stephon Diggs. Sorry, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. You don't know what mine was?
What?
James Robinson. James fucking Robinson for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He didn't do well at the end of the season though.
Yeah, because he got injured.
Yeah, because
He,
that was
he,
my second waiver pickup in my other league. I
he got
picked
in,
him up.
was it the last game of the season or the last two games of the season?
What was
James Robinson.
the last two games or three games because I lost the first round of the playoffs because of James Robinson not scoring me like 4 points or something.
Oh damn. I don't know. I had him, and then, but I had a lot of studs, man. I had Jonathan Taylor on my team. The fucked up thing is, I won in one league without Michael Thomas and Joe Mixon. They were both on IR, and I still won.
Michael Thomas. Oh my God, people kept on trying to trade me him all year. I'm like, I don't want Michael Thomas. This guy had Michael Thomas and DeAndre Hopkins. I'm like, I want DeAndre Hopkins. You're not giving me my guy unless I get DeAndre Hopkins.
Damn, that'd have been nice. Um, but yeah, James Robinson balled out for me this year, man. That dude was a beast. Like he saved me plenty times more than not. Like I could definitely count on him for some consistent production. He's definitely going to go in the earlier rounds this year. He made a name for himself. So there are a lot of people that are probably going to drop though. A lot.
You want to know the best trade I made this year?
What's that?
I traded Lamar Jackson. I got Stephon Diggs.
Nice.
Yeah.
That panned out for you excellently. I drafted Stephon Diggs.
I drafted him in my other two leagues. But that third league, I wasn't able to draft him in. But I'm like, I want Stephon Diggs. And the guy later was bitching about it. Stephon Diggs is lighting up now. I'm like, that's not my problem. That's
It's epic, man. Um, let's see. I had something written down.
that league and placed Lamar Jackson.
As far as this quarterback carousel, man, like there's a lot of things going on. We were talking about it earlier in this episode. Deshaun Watson, he wants out of Houston. Where do you think he's going?
He's not going to stay in your guys' division. That's not going to work. Let's look at the AFCs for a minute. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, they're set.
Nope.
Then the Patriots. Cam Newton and him and the Patriots have decided to part ways. They're in need of a quarterback. The Jets are in need of a quarterback. And the Miami Dolphins are in need of a quarterback. I don't,
Maybe
I don't
they.
believe.
You don't think they're gonna roll with Tua?
No, I don't. I think Tua and Hurts for the Eagles are going to be one and done kind of years. Like that Rosen guy after 1 year with the Cardinals. I think both of them were busts.
Damn, I mean Jalen. You give him credit. He only played like 6 games in the season.
He's a, he's a good RPO quarterback. He's one of those quarterbacks like Hill. Have him with Drew Brees in the field at the same time and have do like a trickery play or something like that.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
You know where I think Deshaun Watson might go if he does get traded?
What?
I think either the Bears, Because Chicago having Deshaun Watson would be scary as fuck. I mean, that's a really great defense. You got some really good playmakers with Allen Robinson on the team. They got
If he
Cole, who
stays,
they just
I
drafted.
don't think he'll stay if they don't get a quarterback.
You don't think that any of them stay?
I don't
Right.
think Robinson will stay if they don't get a quarterback. He's a free agent.
Well, we shall find out, though. I mean, I would stay if Deshaun Watson was there. Fuck yeah, I'd be balling out, dude. Allen Robinson, shit, man. I'd be drafting him if he gets fucking Deshaun Watson, man. Just saying.
We have to give up to get Deshaun Watson, though.
Might have to give up a pretty penny for that guy. There's another couple teams I had in mind too. The 49ers. I thought that was another solid one with all the playmakers that they have and the good defense that they have. And I wish he would come to the Colts. That'd be nice. That'd be like a perfect fit scenario for him. I just don't think he'll be traded within the division. But the Rams. I think if he gets traded to the Rams, he'd be balling out over there.
Yeah,
What do
I mean, sorry, I'm gonna
you, no,
cut you off.
no, go ahead.
I don't think Deshaun Watson will be a Bear. I think the price is gonna be too high. I know they want a player in compensation with a couple picks. What I think is gonna happen is, I think Derek Carr will be a Chicago Bear.
Really, you think he's gonna get traded?
Yeah,
Then who's gonna be quarterback for the Raiders?
Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, that'd be a crazy combo. I could fuck with that, dude. Gruden would love that. I don't know what
They'll
their
put
salary
their
cap
names together.
situation is.
They got
Huh?
Waller and then Deshaun Watson.
Oh fuck,
What
man.
about Henry Ruggs?
Oof.
Receiving core.
Oof. That'd be a nasty team.
And that linebacker that played for the Bears a season ago or 2 seasons ago, the Polak, Konkowski or whatever, up the middle.
I'm not quite sure.
Nick Konkowski, whatever his name was. He's a solid middle linebacker. They probably should have kept him over Danny Trevathan, but Bears fucked up there. But he's looking really good up the middle for the Raiders defense. So it made everything the whole team better. I think.
So what do you think about Matt Stafford to the Colts? There's been some rumors about that.
Uh, I think Matt Stafford would have a Hall of Fame career if he left the Lions right now. I think Matt Stafford's legit. I just think he had a lot of bad teams, a lot of bad coaching around him. I think with the right organization, he could live up to his potential.
He had Calvin Johnson for many years,
And
but
why did Calvin
could be
Johnson?
right. He needs a good defense. One, never had that. Never had a running game. He's had good talent around him as far as like wide receivers and shit,
Why did
but
Calvin Johnson retire though?
because he fucking hates Detroit, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
You know what's funny? Watch Calvin Johnson come out of retirement if Matt Stafford goes.
hey man, if he can still ball out, bring him back, man. Shit, that dude was a beast.
Probably not be a number one receiver anymore, maybe number 2 or 3, but in a red zone presence doesn't
Shit,
help
how
me.
old is he, dude? Hold on. How old is Calvin Johnson?
Gotta be 32 or 33.
You think Dak Prescott's gonna go back to the Cowboys?
No.
Calvin Johnson is 35 years old.
He's 35, bro.
Oh, he is? I didn't know he was that old now. He retired a couple of years ago, right?
I think like 5 years ago, bro.
That far ago?
Long, yeah.
I don't think Dak Prescott. I don't think Dak Prescott goes back to the Cowboys after an injury like that. Yeah, they feel for him. They like him as a player and a human. I don't think he goes back.
I
No.
think Jones won't let him out the building.
How about Aaron Rodgers to the Cowboys?
No, no. I think Aaron Rodgers would want to go to a team where he can win now, and I don't think the Cowboys can win now.
Why? They had one of the best offensive lines a couple of years ago.
A couple years ago, not
Yeah,
anymore.
a lot of
They're
players
getting
were injured this year.
they're getting old. A lot of people are in contract this year, and their defense was trash this year. Okay, they do have a really good offense. I'm not gonna lie. They got CeeDee Lamb. They got Amari Cooper. You know, it's cool. I like them. I see it, but I just don't see Aaron Rodgers going there. All the way down in Texas. Oh, hot out there. I don't know, man.
How about this? The Cowboys trade Ezekiel Elliott and a first-round pick for Dak. Not Dak. For Deshaun Watson.
They trade who?
Ezekiel Elliott and a first-round pick for Deshaun Watson.
I don't know if that's even worth it because Zeke, he didn't really do much this year.
That's what I'm saying. He's not. I don't think Zeke's that good of a running back.
I think he's a great running back. I just think he's declining.
Yeah, on that team, but that's what I'm saying. Fresh start. Because the Texans need a running back. David Johnson's always injured.
What about Jared Goff, Jimmy Garoppolo? I got a bunch of them right here. Jimmy Garoppolo. We got Cam Newton, who I don't think he's going to start again. Teddy Bridgewater, Mitchell Trubisky, Jameis Winston, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Alex Smith, and Big Ben. All these guys have the possibility to be on a completely different team next year. Next year is going to be really, really wild. And by next year, I mean March, because that's when free agency hits. So like here in a couple of months. But hey, it's going to be an exciting time. I'm curious to see who my Colts are going to get. I'm curious to see how all these other teams are going to pan out. Things are going to shake up. It's going to be wild.
Can I give you my QB carousel? My mock QB carousel.
Mm-hmm.
I think Matt Ryan will go to the 49ers. It was Shanahan when he had his MVP year.
Okay.
Jimmy Garoppolo will go back to New England, but he'll have QB competition. They'll build some weapons on the outside for him. They might have another running back, depending on how Sony Michel's leg is and Damian Harris's. I think Matt Stafford, now that's a toss-up. I think you're going to go to the Rams or go to the Colts. Either Aaron Rodgers is blowing smoke because he's mad because he wants a new contract, or he's just upset about the loss. But if he gets traded, I could also see the Rams because he has a home not too far from their stadium, the Cowboys, or the Colts.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson, I'm thinking either the Raiders or the Bears. I'm thinking Derek Carr has a better shot to go to the Bears. And is that quarterback I'm missing?
There's Sam Darnold.
Sam Donald's a backup.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. He'll stay with the Eagles under new coaching.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, he's done.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. Jury's still out on him. They need to give him another shot. He didn't play bad, but he didn't play great.
Mitchell Trubisky.
He's done in Chicago. He'll go somewhere and be a backup.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston will be the starter for the Saints.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Be a journeyman quarterback. Probably stay with the Dolphins as competition.
I have a feeling he might come to the Colts. Just a feeling, just because he's a journeyman. But he's getting to the end of his age. Maybe we don't get him. I don't know.
Colts I think would be good. You don't need a stud. You just need a game manager. Have a good running game.
I'm saying as a backup. I think we signed 2 quarterbacks because remember we had like $50 million for the Colts that we just.
How about Ben Roethlisberger in the Colts?
Because I think he stays on the Steelers. I think he just wants to end his whole career there, and he did solid.
He looked so disgusted when I said Ben Roethlisberger to the Steelers.
No, I mean I would take him. I mean I wouldn't be opposed to it. The dude throws for 4,000 yards every single season. Man, he keeps his interception to ratio down, and he seems to get his team to the playoffs every year.
But he has the most passes batted down every year.
Because it's not a fucking pump fake. And he throws bullet passes like a motherfucker. Alex Smith.
I want him to he'll stay with the Washington football team. I think he fucked up his leg again, the one he got surgery on. That's why he didn't play. Yeah? I think so. I think I'm not saying his leg, but then they kind of clarified his calf. I think he hurt his bad leg again.
Fuck, I hope not. Shit. Prayers to that.
That's a different game if he's playing against the Buccaneers. He doesn't got really good arm strength, but he's a good game manager.
Yep, absolutely. That's always been. He's always been a game manager. That's his cue. He's pretty good at that. What do you think about Jared Goff?
him and Sean McVay are not on the same page. Clearly, he needs to go somewhere else to get a fresh scenery. I don't know if he's a starter in this league or a backup because, like, it's kind of like Jay Cutler. Kind of reminds me of Jay Cutler. He has good games, really good games. Like, you think he's the best, but then he had, like, really bad games. Like, man, this guy shouldn't even start in the league.
Yeah, it's true. We shall see. I can see him going to the Jets.
That'll kill his career.
Yeah, I just got a feeling. But yeah, that's all I got for today, man. Just doing the quarterback carousel, figuring out some fantasy picks for this year that we thought were the best off the waiver wire. I made some solid trades, and then I made some bad trades. I traded Melvin Gordon for Odell Beckham early on the season, and Odell ended up going out for the whole season. So it kind
Think
of
about
fucked me.
Melvin
That was
Gordon didn't do anything though. I mean, he
you,
had a couple good games at the end, but like I kept Melvin Gordon all year. I mean, we already started him like a couple of times, but I can't think more than 4 or 5 times that he had more than 20 points a game.
yeah, he didn't. I don't think he did good right away, and I think he got a DUI or some shit like that right after I traded him. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play for like 2 weeks or some shit like that. But I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today, man. Appreciate you doing the show. Thanks for having brother Dan on. And man, it's the Dougherty Show. We out.
Boom, boom, cheddar.